this video is to show you how to find the interactives and plug them into Schoology, or to allow students to use them on the whiteboard itself. I tend to plug them into Schoology whether I'm using them for the class or not, so all the kids have access to it whenever they need, or if they want to go back and review. So right now we are on Discovery Education, and I'm going to click the toolbar because whatever we are covering, we can find it. So next week, for example, I'm covering the rock cycle. So, not rock cycle, that's a lie. I am covering layers of the earth. I'm covering rock cycle this week. So if I type in layers of the earth, all of this wonderful stuff shows up. Now, what you see here is a lot of videos, a lot of core text and articles and images. However, if you look down here at this screen right here, Exploration, the explorations are an example of the interactives that are a part of this Discovery Educational tool. And these are what I use specifically in this website, and I use these in my class. I use them for my kids, I use them for my students because of what it means and what we do with them. So, for example, this one I can drag the words and it tells me about it. I can read about it, I can take notes, and this is a great tool for the kids to just hone in on the things they need to know. So, let's say I'm not doing that. I just wanted to show you one more thing, and I found it when I was doing genetics. And I thought this was something I needed to share with especially teachers and that teach science because it is important. So sometimes you can't find it in the lesson you're in, but you know there's interactives, you know there's things out there. So I can type in, genetics, for example, and I can click interactives, and all these things pop up. Well, a virtual lab can also pop up, and this is a great tool. It has student guides, it has teacher guides, it has all different things. But it's all online, so the kids can use it to understand and learn more about the concept that you're learning about and you're teaching. So I thought that's a great example. So let's say I am teaching this lab and I want to use this genetics lab. Well, what I will do is I will usually copy and paste this link into Schoology. So let's say my homeroom is the class that I'm going to do that in. I'm going to go to Add File, Link, External Source. I'm going to click link, and I put the link in there, and then I type, Discovery Ed Genetics Lab. And that way the kids know what to look for. I'll tell them what to find, or if I'm using it as a whole class setting on my interactive whiteboard, that you can also do. So, and then you can also copy it to whatever classes you're using it in. Now, all of my classes would probably use this lab, save my advanced science class where I might choose something more in-depth and more higher order thinking than this. So that's just a brief overview of how to find them in Discovery Education, how to find the interactives, and how to show them with your students and how to put them back into Schoology. So the important thing is to find what you are looking for specifically, and I advise you to play the games, play the interactives, do them before you ever have them done with the kids, because that will help you understand how they work. If there's any issues with them, you can help the kids with that, and that's how I kind of do everything with them. If it's technology, I have played it before them. If it's a video, I've watched it before them, making sure the links all work. That's it for this video. One more to come. And at this time, make sure that you go through and find your interactive tool that you want and submit it into the interactive form, and make sure that that link is there so I can make sure you're choosing the right things before you go and create an entire lesson plan around something that may or may not work. I'm going to email each of you after I look at them.